Yes, you are a
fucking
air
genius,
conditioning
bro.
fiend.
Yeah.
Max, we got a lot to cover.
Yeah.
I know you don't like doing recaps.
Yeah.
You said they're very boring and you like talking about yourself.
Yeah.
But we still have to recap Vegas.
All right.
I mean, in a nutshell, you want my recap or do you want to recap it? How about you recap it in 10 seconds? We went.
We went to Vegas. Mort won. No, Mort lost. Willis won. I won a gi.
You did win a key. Yeah, that's the
I
best.
won a
story
bunch
ever.
of food. We ate a bunch of food.
Yeah,
In-N-Out, Shake Shack, tacos,
yeah.
McDonald's. What
Yes.
else did we get?
The
buffet.
We went to the Win, the buffet at the Win. Cost us $1 million.
I almost got bit by a rattlesnake, and that was it.
Yeah, those are literally the highlights. In a nutshell, you bought a cap, you won a gi, you literally almost got bit by a rattlesnake,
Yeah.
and we ate a bunch of food.
Yeah.
And then we came back. That's a good recap. If you permit me, though,
I thought In-N-Out was better. Everything about it was just
In-N-Out
better.
is not better than Shake Shack.
I think it was.
It really
Because
wasn't.
you know why, dude?
Isn't.
Because
I
you're
don't-
so focused on the beef. You're like, oh, you can taste the beef. Dude,
Yeah.
when I make a sandwich at home,
Yeah.
I don't stack up cold cuts like a motherfucker, bro. I get
Thin layer.
even amount of cold cuts,
Yeah.
even amount of cheese, even amount of lettuce.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I'm not trying to just bite into a whole bunch of meat. And the In-N-Out burger, that's what it had. It had nice equilibrium.
I don't know if it had a nice equilibrium. The quality of each of the products was subpar.
Maybe.
The quality
But
of the
they got
bun.
the ratio right.
The lettuce was like this
me-
much lettuce, dude.
I mean, it
There
wasn't that much less.
What?
It
There
was-
was or there wasn't?
It was,
An abnormal amount of
no,
lettuce.
dude, because there was lettuce,
I
tomatoes,
swear.
and onions, right?
That's kind of what I remember.
Yeah. So it's not that there was a bunch of lettuce, it's that there was also onions and tomatoes. But it wasn't like overloaded, unless the person who made your burger.
No. My burger was clean. That's the biggest point that I'll give them. The presentation was.
Yes.
It was clean.
And the employees wearing their uniforms
super,
and the hats.
super kind, super nice.
The
atmosphere.
The whole atmosphere was fucking awesome, bro.
Okay, well that's the thing is that I think we're not.
I'll even go one step further.
Oh no.
I'll even go one step further.
No, don't do it.
For this point, better than McDonald's.
You're insane.
One.
What? Of course. McDonald's is a.
The whole thing put together, better than McDonald's.
Yeah, going into a McDonald's is not a fun experience.
It's a disaster, dude.
It's a
It's
disaster.
crackheads.
Crackheads.
Most of the time.
You're 100% right.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
So I
In-N-Out
think,
was
I think
clean,
McDonald's,
nice.
dude, honestly, McDonald's have to fucking step up their game in terms of service at the counter.
Yeah, it's getting a mess.
Man, they're not even, like, I like the machines where you do your order on a screen, you know what I mean? But it's becoming more and more impersonal at McDonald's.
Yeah,
man.
it really is very impersonal. They need to listen to our podcast.
And I
I
think
agree.
they need to.
Sometimes the machine doesn't even give you your number,
Yeah,
like most of the time,
yeah,
no?
dude. In Detroit, the employees at McDonald's had so much attitude, bro.
Oh, no way.
You almost felt like you were bothering them. Like, I thought this was your
They're
job.
like the guys of fast food. They're like, F you, buddy.
You're like, oh, what
You
do you
want this?
want?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's true. They were very tough.
So I don't know, man. In-N-Out.
Oh, we had
To me-
Chick-fil-A.
Yes, we did have Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A in the airport.
A lot of the food that we had happened in the airport.
Yeah, we had
Chick-fil-A.
a bunch of airport food.
Yeah.
We had Wahlburgers.
Wahlburgers, yeah. That was okay.
It wasn't
I
great.
had eaten so much before then that I wasn't really able
couldn't
to
do it
take it
anymore,
anymore. I had to
yeah.
go on a walk.
Dude, we literally ate so much food, bad food on this
Yeah.
trip, me and you, because we were not competing.
Yeah.
And terrible amount of food.
Oh, I had a burger with a chicken burger with Mort at the bar in the hotel
Yeah.
at like 10
Apparently
a.m.
No, 10, very late.
Yeah.
No, not 10
PM,
a.m.
PM, yeah, or like later maybe.
Yeah, even later.
That was very salty, but it was good.
Oh, too salty.
A lot of salt.
Look, I still want to talk about one little story.
All right.
When we went to so Murtaza was on day one, fighting on day one. He was actually literally on his mat. He was the first match ever, like 9:30 a.m. mat, the first fight, and then Willis was on the next day. After Murtaza's day, we went and we ate at the Bagel Mania place.
Yeah.
That was the convention right beside the
Yeah,
convention
I wasn't
center.
crazy about that either.
Yeah, that was a
bit of a miss for
whatever.
me.
It was like we ended up having that.
I had a Reuben, you had pancakes.
Yes.
I think your pancakes were probably good. My Reuben was like, it was toasted. I don't know why you toast bread on a smoked meat sandwich.
Yeah, I agree that your Reuben wasn't wild.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, but the pancakes were good.
Yeah.
Anyways, I ended up eating yours food, and your curly fries, and my pancakes.
Yeah.
But you had like half a pancake.
Yeah.
I ate half your sandwich, a bunch of your fries. I ate your pickles. Anyways, at the end of it, we're walking out of there, and you were like, "Hey, was it then?" Yes. You were at the table. You said, "Hey, let's go on a hike or something."
Hike, yeah.
And I was like, "Dude, I just ate 8,000 calories in syrup and butter." And you were like, "No, let's go on a hike." And I was like, "All right." Is that how it went? That's how it plays out in my mind.
pretty much it. I think like everyone goes to Vegas. First of all, flying into Vegas was fucking crazy.
What do you mean?
Like, when we flew out, we flew over the Grand Canyon.
No, I didn't notice anything. Somebody was hogging the window.
These motherfuckers got to start looking out the window, man.
Yeah.
Flying in and out of Vegas to me was incredible, man. Like the change.
Well, please tell us about it.
Well, the change of geography, right? Because we're flying in from the Midwest, flying from Montreal to Minnesota. There was a big stretch where it was nothing but trees and lakes. Like nothing, bro.
Wow.
Like in the States, in Canada too, we have hubs where there's a lot of people, but in between those hubs, it's barren.
Wow.
There's nothing.
That's a big word.
And yeah.
Nice.
It means no one's there.
Power, baby.
I think it might also mean that a woman can't have children.
Oh, wow. Crazy double meaning.
Yeah, anyways.
Yes.
I mean, there's no one there. Anyways.
That's fucked up.
Flying in then after from Minnesota to Vegas, you get this like change of geography from like being in a place where there's a lot of trees to being in a place where there's almost no trees, right? You're like over Denver, and then you hit the desert where now it's nothing but like red rocks and mountains, and it's like fucking crazy, bro.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't notice any of that.
Yeah. And then when you're in
You know what I
Vegas-
noticed?
What?
Sorry, I want to hear this though.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I don't remember what movie I was watching, but I think it was the Avengers, and I think Captain America is the man.
Is he?
Captain America is the man, dude.
For what?
Captain America?
Oh, he has a.
Captain America is the man, dude. Like
What does he do really though?
he's like the juxtaposition between like him and Iron Man. Iron Man is like, yo, you got to do the right thing for like the greater good of amount of people. But Captain America, you can never ask him to turn away from doing the right thing in the moment. Like he will always, doesn't matter. Like if it means saving this one life, he will save that one life. Even if it comes at a huge cost, he's like, no, I don't think that far.
I feel like
I
you're
saved
more
one
Captain
life.
America.
Yeah, of course.
You're
That's why he's
in the
man.
Captain America realm.
It's like, you do what you got to do now. We'll deal with it later.
Yeah.
That's what I should have done in that tournament. Anyways, tell me about the Vegas rocks. You were like,
Well, yeah,
gotta
that's
do
it, man.
Vegas.
It's like when you're in Vegas, there's the hotels. The hotels are incredible, obviously. But if you just fucking look past the buildings, you realize that you're surrounded by mountains.
Yes.
So that's why I was like, dude, we gotta get in those mountains.
Yeah, and talking about surrounded by mountains. So we took a bus,
Yeah.
35 stops because we're cheap bastards. But luckily, when we walked onto the bus, the guy's machine wasn't working,
Yeah.
so it was a free bus. So that was incredible.
And also, man, like the suburbs were crazy too. Did you notice everything was surrounded by a wall? Every
Yes, they have,
neighborhood
like,
was
those,
surrounded
like,
by a wall.
quote unquote compounds.
Compounds,
Yeah.
yeah. Like either like, I mean, from what I saw, every block or every neighborhood is surrounded by a wall, and then you have an entry gate with a name on it.
Yeah.
Like it was like
Yeah, it was like the name
it was
of
like the resident.
Yeah,
or
the Crazy
whatever.
Horse,
Yeah,
you know, or whatever the name is.
So that was interesting. I've never seen that before. We
In
don't
Florida,
have
it's
anything.
all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like gated communities. What are those people
So,
called? Those
HOA.
HOA.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, the
Homeowners Association.
homeowners association. Yeah, those people are Nazis. Apparently, they can come into your house and make sure you.
It's fucking crazy.
It's
bro.
weird. It's like a weird mini community with like a weird mini president. It's just awkward. I would never want to live in a scenario like
I
that.
feel like there should be a movie
Oh my
about
God.
like someone murdering their HOA president or something.
Oh, I was gonna go with just the dynamic within the kind of community.
I think all of it could be good.
Yeah, that would be
But like, dude,
hilarious.
the fucking fights
Ah, for sure, dude. But there are these things over parking that
over
it's like on
over
YouTube
everything,
all
dude.
the
Like
time.
your fucking grass is too long, or
Yes,
you can't
there,
park,
there's somebody just
or like your car looks too bad. We don't want it parked
Very weird.
on the front of your driveway, or like fucking shit like that.
there are
Dude,
there-
imagine you fucking get to a place in your life where you can buy a house and you don't even have the freedom to do what you want on your
Yeah,
own
no,
house.
it's a wild thing. That's why it's like
And you're
laws
paying,
within the laws,
and you're
and there's
paying
always a
them a
Karen
fee?
in that scenario. Yeah, it's weird, dude.
Crazy.
You're paying them a fee, but yeah, it's weird. But they did have a lot of that. But now we're taking this bus, and you're staring out the window again, just like you did on the airplane.
I like staring.
And we're getting there. Oh, right before that, we went to buy you a cap.
Yeah.
And as the gods will have it, we were looking for the cheapest cap in the store. We were in a place called
Ross.
Ross, like Ross Payless or something. And there was $10 on the floor in one of the corridors that I spotted. But I've seen so many YouTube videos that I was programmed in my head. I was like, is this going to be a prank video? I'm going to go to grab the $10 and somebody's going to bum rush me, or
That would
it's
have
gonna,
been more fun.
or it's
actually.
going to like fly away and
Yeah.
I'm going to chase it like this crazy dude, and then I'm going to be on YouTube and people are going to make fun of me. So I didn't know what to think. I was like, is that really just $10 on the floor? So I walked, there was another dude walking towards it, and then he stepped on it, and then I was like, oh man, is this guy part of the kind of scenario? Like I beat him. Anyways, it ended up being that I'm just crazy, and the $10 was there, and we ended up getting you a $12 cap. Remember?
Yeah.
But $10 of that was floor money. Beautiful, beautiful floor money. Anyway, so you put on your cap, we grabbed the bus, 35 stops, you looked out the window, noticed all these HOA places, and then eventually we got to some weird gas station and we had to take an Uber towards
The mountains.
the mountains. Uber guy was like pretty cool. And then we realized, hey, we might need a ride back.
Yeah.
What did we tell that guy? We're like, yo, can we get your number? Oh no, can you come pick us up at 7:30 because we're in the middle of nowhere where there's no reception, and getting an Uber here later is going to be really hard. So, Mr. Uber guy, can we get your phone number and can you come pick us up at 7:30 p.m. right before the sun goes down and the coyotes come out? That was kind of the arrangement with him.
Mm-hmm.
So he did give us his number. And then we walked into the center,
Yeah.
and they gave us a little paper map like they always do, and they said, here's the trail you can do. And it was a circle. It was like a perfect circle. Like you can do the short one, or you can do the prolonged one. Do you remember how long she gave for the short one?
2 hours. Oh,
And
I
the-
don't know.
Yeah, that's
The
what I
short
remember
one?
as well. 2 hours. And then the prolonged one, I remember her saying like it added an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of like the top of the circle just became longer. So it just became a larger circle. And there you were. You said, okay. You folded the map. You put it in the back of your jeans. And you seemed very sure of everything that you were doing. And then we set off on our trail. Earlier, I felt a little bit of heat in terms of like you wanted me to maybe to shut up because I was talking too much. And you were like, what did you say to me? What was the famous line? You think too much. You said something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went quiet for a couple of hours, at least,
Mm-hmm.
walking this. Can you describe maybe the landscape? How did you feel about that?
It's a desert. It's a desert.
Desert, red mountains. We saw a rabbit.
Yeah.
We saw a couple of gremlin-looking guys,
Lizards.
lizards. A lot of holes in the ground.
Yeah.
It's weird. Every step that you were taking was going scrunchy, scrunch. Anyways, we kept going, Max. You want to tell the people the rest of the story? Well, here's what really. So now me and Max are like not talking, and we're pacing this death march after I ate 8,000 calories, literally 8,000 calories.
Were you suffering at that point from the food?
Earlier, I was suffering. I was like, dude, it was so much food.
But by the time you got there, what you were good or no?
I think by the time I got there, I was good. But on the bus ride, I was like, yo, I'm hallucinating. I'm sleepy. We woke up super early. There's a bit of adrenaline for Mortaz's match, you know, like the whole scenario. Like, and then you eat this massive meal. Dude, I ate a massive meal. It was insane. And then we're in the middle of nowhere, literally just me and you. We're the only two guys in the thing. It's just arid land, left, right, front, center. All I can remember is one thing. On my right, as you remember, there are these red mountains. On my left, the mountains are not red. But on my right, they were definitely red. And at one point, you're stepping and you had your water bottle in your hand. And I hear like, it's like the sound of like a Pepsi can opening. It goes like, shh. And I was like, in my head, I was like, did Max get a bottle of gas water and it's like about to explode? I literally thought that. I was like, is this water bottle gonna explode? It sounded like the cap going, in my head, I looked at your hand, I was like, yo, your bottle's gonna explode. Like, I don't know, some desert effect of the sun on the, I was like, yo. And then you were like, and I think you looked at your bottle almost. You looked that way at least. And then you said something and then you were like, what did you say? You're like, oh no, it's a snake. And right beside where you stepped, like no joke, I'm not exaggerating this for the pod. This far, literally like a foot,
Yeah.
a foot away from where your foot landed, green rattlesnake with the whole thing rattling its thing and going for like at least 2 minutes.
Yeah.
You just kind of jumped away and jumped back, and in my head I was like, oh, I wonder what we would have done. If it bit Max. Like, anyways, so you avoided the death snake, which I feel somebody planted there. One of our enemies planted that snake on a path.
Cool.
Could be anybody. Could be that guy from Mat 29. Enemy guy. Anyway. I don't know. So you avoided the death snake, and then we kept on our death march. We took a video. If you guys want to see the video, you can ask Max. And at one point, I started to feel like maybe we were going the wrong way. I had a weird kind of like, hey, something is up, but you weren't having it. What do you remember from that moment?
Well, it was just time. Like a lot of time had went by.
A lot of time had went by, and I was saying to you, I was like, yo, something is up with like this. The Red Mountain is on our right. I didn't communicate it super properly, but I was trying to say like, how is it that if we, this is after, now I'm saying it much, much more clear than in the moment. In the moment, I was just kind of being like, something is off. But in retrospect, as you honestly described when we decided to huddle up and you decided to create like a diagram in the sand, you were like, see, this is the circle. These are the red mountains. This is where we started. And then you laid it all out and you're like, we're walking like this. And I was like looking at the diagram. I was like, oh, this kind of makes sense, I guess. And you seemed so certain in the moment that I was just like, he knows what's up. But a part of me was still like, this doesn't make sense. Because the red... Time, yes, time.
Or the
time
mountains.
and the mountains. The mountains staying on our right was weird, but I couldn't put my finger on it. And then there was the other thing, which was like, yo, it's been at least when we checked later, it had been at least 3 hours.
Yeah.
But you were like, yo, we're good. And I was like, all right, you're the leader. And then we kept walking. And then when we started walking down this weird little path, that's where it hit you, I think. And you were like, you said something like, something is wrong. And then there was this giant boulder, and you took out the map, and you were trying to lean on it. And I was like, this looks really professional. And you were like, take out your phone. And I took out my phone, and then we look on my GPS, and there was reception or something. And we see on the GPS, and then you were matching the GPS, the phone GPS to the map. And that's when it hit you, dude, honestly. No joke. I swear to you, it really did make me laugh. Like, inside my head, it made me laugh at like, oh shit. Like, laughing like, this is fucked up. When you realized the circle they had drawn for us at the kind of visitor center, and then you realized where we were, and then you were like, Abby, no, I need you to focus. Okay, look, you see this circle? And I was like, I look at the paper and I see the circle. You're like, that's a circle? Does it look like this circle? And then you showed me the contrast on the iPhone, and I was like, oh wow, it literally looks exactly the same.
Thing.
It was the same little kind of wiggle. It had like a bit of a tip to it, and I was like, yeah, it's the same circle. And you're like, okay. And then you scrolled up the screen, and then we saw the blue dot, which is where we were. Dude, it was like you scrolled like Instagram for 2 seconds. There was a circle. We were supposed to be in the circle, and then you scroll, and then you see the blue dot. And we both went, fuck, like, oh my God, we're screwed. Your first reaction killed me. You're like, we don't have enough water. I was like, yeah, Max, water's the least of our worry right now. It was like 7:15, I think. And I think
Yeah.
the sun, we're pretty much, the guy at the thing was like,
The sun
yo,
was going down though. When we got picked up, the sun was out.
oh my God. The sun was out.
I think
Out.
so. I mean, it wasn't out, but it was falling behind a mountain.
So then we got into strategy mode.
I think when we did get that ride home,
Yes.
and we were on the highway. By the time we were on the highway, the sun was out, right? It was evening.
Yeah, no, dude, it was black.
Yeah.
But then we were like, okay, like, what do we do? Like, we can't make it all the way back to the visitor center. And then the game plan turned into, we had crossed, like, in the canyons or whatever, we had crossed a road at one point. And the game plan was like, let's get back to that actual car road. And then we'll be able to kind of, well, I mean, this was at least in my head. I'm like, if we can get back to that road, we can just walk on it. Doesn't matter how long we walk, but at one point we'll get to something normal. Mm-hmm. So even if we get in at 2 or 3 in the morning, it's better than being lost in the desert. So right away I found calm in that thought. I said, if we just make it back to that road, which was like, I don't remember how far back, we're good. Because the feeling of road underneath your foot and the feeling of whatever the hell we were stepping on was drastically different. Even in the pitch darkness, if we held hands, we could just keep walking that road until eventually,
That's
even
true.
if it took 12 hours, I was like, hey, eventually
We'll make it back to
we'll
a bigger
make it
road.
back. It's not the end of the world. I just ate 8,000 calories. I'm good. So like that thought calmed my mind, you know. So we make it to the road, and then we spot, like, in the distance we could see a car, kind of like the only car, like the vantage point of where we were, we could literally see the whole road almost in a weird way. And it was like there's one car, and it's like we're like, oh man, this guy's coming our way. And it was quick. It was like 3-4 minutes later. So as soon as he came up, it was a Cybertruck. So we're like, hey, help us. The guy rolls down his window. We gave him the whole spiel about being fools and being lost, and asked him if he could drive us back. And he even explained that he got lost and he was the last guy, I think, or something in the park. He was like, oh, there's nobody after type thing. I was like, God damn. Anyways, he cleared out his back seat, and we hitched a ride in a Cybertruck all the way back to Vegas. It was like a 45-minute ride, dude.
Yeah.
For free.
For free, yeah.
Double ride for free. And yeah, so that's the Max almost got hit by a rattlesnake and we made our way back to Vegas story.
Yeah.
You're alive.
Of course.
And we did it. I mean, that's really the big Vegas story. The other one is obviously losing $45 at blackjack. That was a terrible experience as well. Max?
You lost $45.
You lost 20.
Yeah, but I would have won 20 if you didn't fucking get in the way, though.
ChatGPT agreed with me, Max.
Yeah, dude. Sometimes it's called beginner's luck,
Yes.
right?
Which is what I thought you had.
No, I know, but you didn't bring a beginner's mindset to my game,
That's interesting.
right? I was ready to pull out the money,
Yes.
walk home with $20.
And you would have learned you would have not learned a valuable lesson that day, sir.
What? Not fucking listen to Abby?
There's that one, and the second one is don't gamble. You'll only learn that if you lose. If you win, guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna go back there, not with $20, but with $2,000, and you're gonna say, "Blackjack is easy," when you now know that it is not. But yeah, and what's crazy is that Willis and Mortaza didn't gamble, which is amazing. It's always fun to be, honestly, it's really good to be in Vegas with people who don't want to gamble. Because as soon as there's one person in the group that likes to gamble, if they win or if they lose, dude, it changes the whole environment. It just makes things so awkward.
Vegas is very weird. Like,
Weird, yeah.
the whole thing is centered around gambling and casino. Then there's also a whole bunch of cool stuff. Like, if you were to go to Vegas for everything but gambling, it would kind of be a really cool place to be. But because it's all centered around gambling, you're like, you can, it's two extremes. You can either have a really good time and not gamble, or gamble and then possibly go down like the darkest fucking road,
It's so
possible,
dark. It's so dark, dude. When you walk around and you see those people strapped in playing those freaking lotto games, ding, 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 ding. It's just like, it's so sad. It's like, it doesn't even matter if you win or if you lose. you're gonna just keep putting it back into the machine.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest thing. It's like you're not gonna take the money and do anything with it. You will never do anything. They could win $200,000. They won't do anything with it. They'll just gamble it back, which is so crazy when you think about it.
Yeah.
It's like being, I don't know, like plugged into just a machine that decides sometimes when you're happy and most of the time you're sad. It's this weird, powered, it's just so crazy, dude. But if you could not gamble in Vegas, yeah, you can have such a great time. Like there's fun things to do, but gambling is like they know that you're gonna get caught in the gambling. It's just stronger than 99% of people. Eventually, you're just gonna be like, what's $20? What's $40?
I think you kind of have to be. I don't know, bro, but I think like most people would probably stop at that. You know.
You think?
I don't know. I think it attracts degenerates from all over the world. That's how they make the money. And then, like I put a couple of dollars in those slot machines.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do. Bro, I have no idea.
It's tough. But they're playing on like whatever the word is, like on our biology, dude.
But you think the majority of people that go to Vegas lose, like on average, like $200?
Maybe.
That's
I wonder
huge.
what the average is. Yeah, dude, it's huge. It's a tax that
You-
they just
even
get.
even if it's yes, that's what you said to me. It's like it's a Vegas tax.
Yeah,
Everyone's gonna give at least $20 to a machine.
yeah, done for free.
Yeah, exactly.
They're just like,
You literally just put it in, press a button, and they're like, "That's it.
it's gone.
Walk away, jackass."
Yeah, right down to the airport, dude. They have machines at the
Yeah.
airport. They're like last chance, and you're like, last chance to make my money back or to make more money. They'll, and they know how to like tap into that element in you. It's like there are pictures on these machines, the noises, the sounds. Like they're playing on your, like on your primal kind of like they're tapping into to something that's beyond your awareness.
I didn't find that shit that attractive, to be honest with you.
You still did it.
Yeah, but not like I didn't indulge in it.
No, you have limits.
Yeah.
Shockingly.
On that front, I think I just don't like losing money.
That's amazing. Yeah, it's a
It makes
burn.
me angry.
That's good. That's good. That's why you're welcome.
For you having me lost $20?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Had you won,
Yeah.
you'd feel very differently about Vegas and the gambling
Well,
scene.
I think I would have had $20 more.
Yeah. Well, maybe you would have gambled more.
I don't think so.
No?
No, I mean, if I would have pulled out my money, then we would have walked away. That'd have been it. I probably just had a.
Coke?
I mean, yeah, I guess so. You know what I mean?
No, we'll never know.
Yeah.
But yeah, what was the best part for you in this whole trip? I guess probably the views.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, like everything was kind of cool, honestly. Like everything was fun, like if I think about it, like I had like a downtime at the pool when I was like thinking my life a bit too much. But even being at the pool was fun.
Yeah.
Everything was
It
fun.
was such a big pool.
Yeah.
It's nice to be in a big pool where there's other people. You're not like super solo, but you still have like your space.
Yeah. Everything about it from fun that was cool. Like the jiu-jitsu, watching your entire bracket
Oh, yeah,
was really fucking cool.
I agree, dude. That was so fun.
And dude, I'm telling you, man. What did we fucking see? We didn't see anything spectacular.
No, I feel the same way.
There's only this one fucking Yokoshima guy,
yeah, that guy.
right?
Yoshida.
Who had a very specific straight ankle lock game. And we saw him beat how many guys? Two?
Yeah.
Two guys.
Two,
okay?
and then he got DQ'd for trying to knee bar someone.
Yes. And again, the guy who he DQ'd, who got him DQ'd, was his jiu-jitsu incredible?
No,
Not really.
no.
And he got his guy DQ'd because of what?
Knee bar. Oh, I don't know.
Well, because he fucking acted like a soccer player on the field
Yeah.
when he got knee barred.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, he pulled the.
I mean, bro.
Yeah, he pulled the soccer player.
There's strategies to winning. That team, by the way, I think they were a great team. Were they the Brazilian teams? Anyways,
Yes.
I don't remember.
Italy.
Leading up to it, I did not see incredible jujitsu. I
Yeah.
saw very regular jujitsu.
Yes, that's what works.
Very regular masters purple belt jujitsu, right? And the guys that advanced were just maybe a bit tougher, you know? Like they didn't get. Apart from that Japanese guy, were there any submissions?
Honestly,
I'm not sure that there were.
yeah, you're kind of.
Bro, you could have won that, and you could have won it with submissions.
You're kind of right. There wasn't that many
No.
submissions. Yeah, weird, eh?
There was one guy giving people problems with the straight ankle locks.
Yeah, Yoshida.
and that's it.
Yeah.
You would have submitted those guys, man. You win by submission. Majority of your wins come by submission, Abby.
That's
Those guys don't have that. Your jiu-jitsu
Yeah.
is you know how to move around
Yeah.
better than any of those guys that were on the mat. You
Very-
would have won.
Very shocking how I never thought of like the submission rate in that bracket. It was very low.
There was nothing.
Yeah.
Those guys were winning by position and holding and by being tough.
Yeah.
You normally win by outsmarting your opponent and being more agile and avoiding bad positions and putting yourself into good positions and then not holding for points.
Yes.
You normally create some type of scrambles that gets you to the back.
Yes, I love that. Yeah. Yeah.
You would have won that, man. Those guys were nothing special.
Yeah, but the big loss, and we said this kind of on the airplane, was like just the fact that my body wasn't able to hold up because I've been constantly getting injured. Like it's I lost before even giving myself
Yeah.
a shot.
Yeah.
And like that is the big lesson for me is like I lost before even giving myself a shot. And in terms of a shot, I like to say it like after having watched it and like even honestly with the feedback from you, would I have won? 50-50. It's not, and I say 50-50 meaning I had a chance.
I'm okay with you saying 50-50 because that Yoshido motherfucker was really giving everyone a hard time because he was playing a 50-50 game,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Which is a bit unusual in the gi, possibly.
Yeah, I don't see it that often, especially not in our brackets.
So
at Masters.
that match, I'll give you that 50-50. You know, either he put you in a position that you don't know how to get out of and he gets your ankle, or
he never gets
you
there.
avoid it altogether because you're fucking great at doing that.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, that's in New Jersey against those young kids. They were doing their match. They were only doing leg stuff. And Coach Jen was like, hey, saying it in her way where she was like, they'll follow. She kept saying to me, they'll follow your tempo. What she was trying to say is like, you can drive this match where you want it to go. And those guys who wanted to get into these leg entanglements, it's because they both wanted to get there. And then once they were both kind of on their butts in these leg entanglements, I'm thinking in my head, oh, I would get screwed in this scenario. But like you're saying, and like she was trying to make me understand, he really has to do things right to get me there.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a good chance that I'm just like, at all costs, like, yo, no, we're not, that's not where I want to go. Like, and if you're very much aware of that, and I think maybe I was, but here's the thing. Like you said, we didn't see anything out of the ordinary.
No.
And it was 50-50, and you've seen my matches, you've seen these matches, and you have a sense for. But the big failure was that I couldn't get my 2 feet onto the mat because I tore my AC in my shoulder. And it's because, like we said on the last podcast, like I'm fragile. Like it's crazy. I subluxed my rib a month before, shoulder, then knee, my fingers, everything is just going on me like freaking Lego. Like it's like you're trying to put me together and every time something is popping off. So this year, and like I said this to you and I say this now, like my focus is going to be as soon as the shoulder really heals up, I'm going to be a conditioned super monster.
You know what it is though, dude? It's about building the habit.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
what do you mean?
I mean, you need to get into, because these things they need effort at the beginning.
You have a freshly shaved head, man.
Yeah, thank
It's
you.
perfect. How did you do that?
With a razor.
Oh, do you usually do it with a razor?
All the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. How long ago was this?
this morning.
Oh, okay. Wow. It's shining, dude. It's really good. I love it. Yeah.
Building a habit takes effort, right?
Yes. Initially, right?
Yes, exactly. Initially, right? So maybe that initial habit building, they say a lot of times is like 90 days. Okay, if you can do something for 90 days straight, then after that the habit is set. You're coasting at this point. It's not even not now it becomes something that you can build on, but it's not even something that you have to put effort into. So,
Oh my God. That is so crazy powerful.
yeah.
It's not something that you have to put effort into. It's something that you can build on.
Yes, once
Holy moly.
once you've created the habit, yes.
That's like once you create that foundation, you can build on it.
Yes, and
That
you don't
is
even
so
have to think
amazing.
about it anymore. It's a habit. It's habitual.
Yeah, it's part of it.
Yes,
it's part
exactly,
of you. It's
yeah.
part of the scenery.
Yeah. So what you need to build as a habit is eating more and work it out every single day. It doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
You know, you need to eat those calories, and if it's, like now your shoulders hurt, fine. Can you do some squats?
Yes. Yeah.
Do some squats. Build a habit.
Yes.
Build a habit.
100%, dude. And you're right, and I will. You're 100% right. And I will. I'm checking the time because you're training today.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, you're 100% right, and we will build the habits.
Because, dude, what you want is to win worlds.
I do.
I'm telling you, man, you would have won worlds.
I don't
This
know,
is your
but
problem.
This is a problem.
This is the obstacle that you have to face. You have to somehow get your body stronger. And
Yeah.
like right now, we know that step 1 is eating more and working out, right?
Yes.
Once you have that habit, then we can go into more detail. Do I need to add a supplement? Do I need some collagen? Do I need to go fucking see
Someone.
a doctor or
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter, dude. If you have all the information in the world, right? Like let's say you were to go see a doctor now, and then he'd be, oh, you need to do this, and that. You can have all the information in the world. If you don't have the habit in place to be able to follow through with that information is worth fucking garbage to you.
Literally.
It's a
Yes.
program of action.
Yes.
If you're not able to take the action, it's
At
not
this
going to
point,
work.
dude, the information, like, and I'm just saying this to be in line with you because it's crazy. The information's at our fingertips. I mean, you can become an investor in 18 seconds.
I'm a great investor.
You're a great investor. you've been outperforming the market for the last month. Like you've been doing so well. That's how crazy the access to information is at this point. It's almost literally ridiculous.
nothing.
It's
It's nothing.
literally nothing.
Yeah.
There's nothing that is literally. There's nothing that where the information cannot be
Yeah.
easily accessed.
Exactly. It's so readily available that it is now worthless.
It's literally worthless. Everybody has it. You guys, we're all on the same playing field here. The difference is going to be, as you're saying, this program is a program of action,
Yes,
goddammit.
yes. You got to be a knucklehead. And dude, you already have the natural talent of being a jiu-jitsu athlete. Now you just need to fucking be a knucklehead.
Yeah, we need to.
You're
be,
already
I
a
need
smart
to be a
guy. It's
knucklehead,
like
yeah.
if you had a guy who was just a knucklehead, you'd have to be like, hey man, we need to get you to do a little bit more jiu-jitsu.
Which we saw in the beginning.
Yeah.
And I really want to, I want your opinion on this. In the beginning, remember that guy? Do you remember the guy who I'm not saying this just so that you remember. He had tattoos on a lot of tattoos on his
Yes.
feet. What's his name? Was it Colin?
Oh, Colin. Yes.
Was it tattoo guy?
There was a Colin. Yeah. Shaved head,
tattoo-
mustache.
Did he have tattoos?
I'm not sure.
You know what I'm talking about? The tattoo guy specifically? We watched his first 2 matches.
Okay.
Somehow
In your bracket?
Yes, in my bracket.
Okay.
He was your guy. You were like, oh, he's like kind of like my
Yeah.
guy, you were calling him. Do you
Yeah,
remember?
I remember.
Like, he was a bit of a, I'm not calling him a knucklehead. Like, he was just like one way. He had one way of jiu-jitsu.
Mm-hmm.
And like, he was just like, yo, this is my one way. And he did really well in his first match and second match.
Yeah.
But then in his third match, as soon as he came up against somebody who,
Yoshido.
yeah, who was able to just slightly outsmart him,
Yeah.
he was done. And it made me realize, and the opinion is that you can have one element in your game and it can only take you so far.
Yeah.
it could honestly take you past the first match, past the second match. But if that's the only thing that you have, you just won't be able. You just won't be able to sustain a deep bracket. To be able to win a deep bracket.
I don't think that's true.
Yeah, that's why I knew you would say that.
You know why?
Yes.
Because who won, bro?
The Japanese guy.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
He won gold?
Yeah.
No, he didn't, bro.
He beat the Adonis
He got
guy.
fucking DQ'd.
No.
He got DQ'd.
Not the other Japanese guy, dude. The
What
guy
other
in
Japanese
black
guy?
who was in the finals against the guy with the epic beard and who was jacked, who looked like an Adonis, who was. You remember the?
In your bracket?
Yeah. In my bracket, there was the Adonis guy. Remember the guy who got knee barred, almost got knee barred?
Yeah.
And then he won by playing soccer
Yeah.
player. That guy went to the finals against another Japanese guy who wore a black gi and who was like super calm, almost like excessively ninja energy. And then the guy like did close guard, and then he ended up winning because of an advantage, because of the thing like that. But the Adonis guy, the TRT guy, let's call him that, he lost. I think his name was Dustin.
Okay.
That guy was the one-trick pony. He was just energy and strength. And he ended up losing to the Japanese guy in the final. But there was two Japanese guys. There was Yoshido. He lost. He lost because he got DQ'd. You don't remember the guy in black?
No.
You don't remember the finals? We were standing
not.
next to the very little guy who has a shaved bald head.
Yes.
He had just
yeah,
lost.
Yeah. That's right.
Who did he lose to? This Japanese guy
Oh, wow. That's so
who was
funny.
wearing black.
Really?
Yes, and then that guy went up against the TRT guy. He wasn't on TRT, but he was so jacked that I'm just calling him that. He went up against that guy in the finals. It was like this. He had black hair, a little bit of white, and he was like wearing a black gi with gold.
I'd have to
Not
see it.
telling you. Yeah, it's fine. Anyways, but what I'm saying, you need to have more to your game to be able to win a deep bracket like this, and you're saying no.
Well, look, I'm saying either way, it doesn't matter because you are Abby, you are you,
Yeah, that's
right?
true. Yes.
And you don't have a simple game. You have a very well-rounded game. So forget everybody else. You're going to be doing what you do, right?
Yes.
And you're going to be winning the way that you do.
Yes,
you know?
that's true. That is fair.
People win in the way that they win. But that's not what you need to focus on. You need to focus on the obstacle that you have to tackle.
Conditioning
Yes.
and strength and conditioning.
Everything else,
Doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter.
You're right. You're 100% right. I want your opinion on this other thing. There were these qualifier matches, which means you haven't even entered the final. Is
Yeah.
it the final 8?
Yeah.
Like when you're in the final 8, you're quarterfinals, semifinals, finals. Like that's where you want to be. You want to have the word quarterfinal. At least there, you're in the running here. But in the qualifier, you're far from that. You could be 3 matches out from entering kind of the quarterfinals. Like there were guys who were having these matches in the fucking qualifiers, and they were celebrating the victories as if they won gold. They were screaming and reacting to the crowd. They were like doing like that, like thing, like in qualifier matches. And every time I saw that happen, I was next to Willis, and I would say, "Dude, I want to hang around and I want to see this guy's next match." Like the guy who's celebrating being insane right now as if he won the championship, but he just won a qualifier. And then in every case in their next match, these guys would just instant lose. Like high scoring match with the other guy, they would just look to their team like completely dazed and gassed and be like, I can't. And like, then they would go apologize to everybody. And I realized, I was like, oh my God, like that in itself is also a form of self-sabotage. It's like, you want this like weird high moment and you were content kind of having it in like your first match or second match because you deep down inside knew you would never make it all the way to the end.
Yes.
And it was like there was like this weird thing where the guys who, not weird, but the guys who were capable of like going deep into the brackets, none of them displayed any of that type of kind of like, it's almost like people couldn't manage the stress and the energy, and they couldn't stay even keel. So they were peaking and dropping and peaking and dropping. Anybody who did that just didn't have the, what is that? Didn't have the right kind of energy, I guess, to be able to do like what, this is like the beginner question that I'm asking you. What would you say to a guy like that did that thing? Like you sit him down after and you're like, me, it would sound something like this. Dude, you're celebrating your first match win in a 70-person bracket as if you won the freaking gold medal. What are we doing? Like, you're actually wasting your energy screaming and being crazy, and you're putting in all your energy into match one, and you're pumping up the crowd, and I get it, like, you want to feel good and you want to be good, but like, what was that about?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's what I would say, ask somebody. But my question to you is, how would you help, or what would you tell that person
Who just did that?
who just did that? Because I'm super interested in that phenomenon. Like, why would they do that? It shocked me. And it wasn't one person. It was many. Like, many people did that thing. And I always look over to the TV and see the word qualifier. And I would be like, holy moly, this person's crazy. So,
Yeah.
what is it?
I think it's probably just like a lot of fear and adrenaline, you know? Like fear that they wouldn't win. So when they do win, they have this big opposite reaction, you know? To like, oh my God, I fucking won, you know? And
Oh, wow. Now, you see how crazy I am? I never even contemplated that could be what's happening.
yeah. And
For me, it was self-sabotage, which is not really what you're describing.
whoa, I mean, try to explain what you mean by self-sabotage.
It's-
Why would someone do that?
Oh, why would somebody do that? Is so that they can have one thing to hang on to and be like, at least I just won one match. At least I didn't lose in my first match. People are more fearful of that
Yeah.
than wanting to win. They just don't want to go all the way to Vegas and say they lost in their first match.
Yeah. I mean, dude. No offense to our team, but that's the mentality that our team went in with.
I won't disagree.
So
It's hard when that's what you're. It's like, don't look too far deep, but also don't just scratch.
why not? Don't look too far deep.
If you get ahead of yourself, it's like you're, like John Lau would be like, yo, when, don't, whatever the word is, like,
Don't overlook your opponent. Yeah, but
Yeah,
but that's not what we're saying. It's for sure one match at a time. But if you go to a tournament, tell yourself that you're going there to win gold.
100%, yes. But I don't like the don't look too far means like, don't skip ahead and start talking to me about what you're gonna do in your 7th match when we haven't won our first yet.
Sure.
So there's like, I don't know, the way we say it, I guess, or the way that we present it needs to be, hey, we are going there to win 7 matches, so our energy levels and our expenditure needs to be in line with us winning 7 matches. But we're not content with just winning one match either, you know? And yeah, there was a bit of that in our situation.
Yeah.
Which is, for good or for bad, like, it's part of the learnings. But, like, we had a pretty good heart-to-heart with, like, me, you, Willis Mortaza after Willis's match. And a big part of him was kind of just glad that he could get through his first. But then he didn't think, okay, you got through your first. He could have easily won his second, dude. Like, he could have honestly beat that guy.
Dude, I think anyone can win. Anyone can win. Like, it's not about like, dude, anyone can win.
That's the facts. That's why I say
Anyone
50-50.
can win with the tools they have.
Yeah.
You know, it's just about managing your energy and winning however you can. You know, like this is about winning. It's not about looking good. It's not about fancy jiu-jitsu. The guys who win a lot, like, dude, the guy who beat Mortaza had him in a close guard.
Yeah. That's it.
That's how Willis won his first match.
Yeah.
You know, the guys that won in your bracket, Dustin, was holding position, right? Or he complained hard enough about a knee bar that he got to win. It's about winning these things. It's not about,
It's true.
anyone can win. You just want to win. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think.
Dude, I'm not saying this in a condescending way. It sounds like you're saying nothing, but you're so right. It's as simple as that. It sounds like you're not saying you just have to want to win. But
No, it is simple.
It's so simple that
Everyone
people don't
complicates
want.
things.
Yes, people don't want to realize
It's not complicated.
It's what is one analogy that I could give when we went to that Meow seminar in Ottawa? This one of the black belts at the end of the seminar, there he took questions, and one of the black belts asked this crazy convoluted question, where he started saying, "And when I do this, and then that, and then and what would you do?" And then it was like this whole silly question. What he literally lost 90% of the room couldn't even follow his question, but obviously Meow did, and his brother was at the tournament and he won. And then at the end, Zhao, was it Zhao? I forget. Anyways, the Meow guy was like stopped, was looking at him and was thinking for like 20 seconds. And then, did I tell you this story?
Yeah.
And at the end he goes, "I wouldn't do any of that. I would go into the mount like this, or I would take the back like this." It was like one step to mount, one step to back. And I remember sitting there being like, that's what everybody does.
Yeah.
Everybody does this when it's like, move the arm, put him in the triangle, break his posture. Like when I'm in a match, I'm like, move his arm, throw your leg over, get him into the triangle. Like, I don't need to overthink, and it's like, I need to get you here. If your arm can just touch the ground, as soon as your arm touches the ground, there's a chance for me to put you in a triangle. I'm going for it. Like, this thing about complicating things, and you're right. You gotta win. We gotta know how to win. It's stupid to say it that way almost. But start with that.
I mean, if your goal is to win gold, then that's all you know.
Work back
you
from
got-
there.
I
You know,
mean,
like
yeah.
some people, the work back is like, what if I'm in this position? Bro, what about we aim to win?
Yeah.
You know, you're trying to answer things and get into these crazy
And
scenarios.
also,
and-
like, you only have so many tools. You know, like, you're not going to learn a magic move tomorrow when your match is after tomorrow. You already know what you're capable of. That's what you're going to do. All you need is to want to win more than, you know, like, everyone's doing jiu-jitsu, you know what I mean? Except for, then again, that fucking Yishoto guy who's doing a thing that nobody's doing.
Yeah, that was cool.
But then again, you know what? He kind of was a one-trick pony too.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
because when Dustin got him in that, before he got DQ'd, he had the crossface
Yeah.
and the thing. He was suffering. Man.
That's it.
That guy did not let up though. Yoshido, whatever, did not let up. Bro, you know another kind of well, maybe another time actually. But yeah, I mean, look. Yeah, there's that element. It's like, hey, you want to win? You got to know how to win. At the tournament, there was another guy from Canada that I spoke to because he had matches, and he was feeling a little bit nervous. He's not from our school, so he's from another school, but he was feeling a little bit nervous. And I remember, like, when he was talking, I just remember thinking, I was like, oh man, this guy needs confidence right now. And the thing that I told him was, I was like, hey man, listen, you're a higher belt than me. And he was. I'm like, but let me tell you something. If I take your back and I get this grip, like, I don't care who you are, dude, I'm subbing you. Like, I don't care who you are, I'm subbing you. Like, and I could tell you that with certainty. Like, give me that position right now, I'm subbing you. And he's like, and I was like, that's all you need to know. Right now, you have a match coming up. Do you have a position like that? He's like, yeah. I'm like, that's it, dude. This is all you need to know right now. All of your worrying and all of your, imposter syndrome and all of this stuff, I'm like, bro, it's too late. You're on in like 45 minutes. I'm like, let's just leave that shit at the door and listen to me. Get to your position and know that it doesn't matter who the guy is. You're going to sub him. And I was like, you give me this position, because that's my bread and butter, I'm subbing you, dude. I don't care what's your belt rank. You need to do the same thing. You need to go out there and not respect this guy and get to your position. And he fucking went out there and he won his first match, and like he's new to the category. Like, he was super happy with that. And I think it was because he just needed to remember, hey, it's not that complicated. If you get to where you need to be you can win. Get to your position. That's kind of like a weird mentality that I have. But anyways, we'll see. Max, next year we'll do it. And you'll keep me accountable. Well, I mean, honestly, I'm accountable to myself, but I will continue to let the pod people know how we're doing on our strength and conditioning. But we will 1,000,000% be back at Worlds next year, and we will crush Worlds.
Cool.
We will.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. We're closing up shop?
Yep.
Let's do it. Bang. All right, people. See you next week. Ding. Uh-oh. I don't know how to. Just a second.